We can head into game number 2. But that's contract to fire these games? No. I just always did it last year, and then now that's this year, I can just do all the games. So it's just to help people learn main tank. Just on like personal stuff, since I'm doing like a lot more like guides and stuff like that on the YouTubes. Try to make it into like an educational one. It's interesting that they're running ball here on defense. I'm not a huge fan of defense ball on Hollywood, just because it's like, at least for first point, it's pretty like you're gonna be playing on like the ground game. So unless you do like hard engages out in the open or like at this choke point, like, okay, for like ball, it's either you're gonna get engages like out here, you're gonna take the fight out in the open, or it's like right when they're crossing, like right here is when you need to get like a hard engage, because once they get to high ground or inside, you're pretty much just screwed. So hopefully we'll see the Outlaws take an engage like right here, learn the deleted role. Hey, at least it's gonna be more important now that people learn main tank, because this is gonna be like the main role. So yeah, but yeah, them deleting the one tank is kind of unfortunate, but now it's even more important. Divided views, yeah. So since they didn't take the fight out here, I would hope that they're probably gonna take the fight here as ball. But if you are on like a Ryan comp, then Ryan's gonna be playing up top here. You shoot them as they come through, and then, you know, you can kite back to like dumpster. If you're on like monkey, it's like the same thing. You're just like playing in like a corner, then engaging when they get here. You don't really want to let them get in for free. And then for Orisa comps, you can either be playing here, depending on what you have. You can just throw your shield in this corner, and then you just like play on point. Or you can like start up here and then, you know, rotate back. It's kind of how you want to play for each of the main things that you play. But they're on the ball, so hopefully we'll see an engagement as they come through the choke. We're in on the Orisa comp. So like this, he's going behind. Is it missing? But that's still the right idea. That's like how you want to look for an engage there. He's looking for BAP here. I like that. And he uses grapple to get out. So that's just like how you want to do it. Slam and then use grapple to get out, like we were talking about before in the other map. So this is good. Good by the Dreamer. Now he's still playing behind. I like this. So let's just try and get an engagement on to the BAP. That was just, unfortunately, you couldn't get a pile drive. You missed the grapple a little bit there. I guess we can watch happy till Dreamer gets back. Baby Diva dead. Nice. Okay, Dreamer's back. Oh, can they keep picking up? Oh, unfortunate. This is all fine. I'd probably like to see him get engagement on their BAP again when they go main. At least you can force like shift or something. So he's looking for the slam. It doesn't connect onto anybody there. Oh, almost kills the Ashe. It's a good mines. I like this. I like that. Real good mines, actually. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, McCall. Wait, I didn't even notice, dude. All the bullet holes literally stay in like the walls. What the hell? They're all just sticking into the walls, man. That's how they used. I mean, that's a good roll. But so yeah, as you can see, like every time Ball's looking for an engage, he's going from like a direction that they're not looking at. So just get that through Make sure like you're always doing that as a ball player. So either going from the right side or going at least from a high ground, but never go from like left side and roll into him in like a straight shot. That's terrible. And okay, and then the way how you would counter this, so let's just say if you're on the Orisa comp and they're doing this to you on ball, what you can do is you can save your pull for when ball goes for like the slam, and then when he slams, all you do is just like pull him, and then you can, depending on what DPS you have, you can like stun, flashbang, or whatever, just like hard destroy him. Or as you see on Rain, they don't have like any stuns or whatever, so ball's kind of just available to get out unless they have the hard burst. You can try and like hard engage onto either like the Ana or their Ashe, just like, because you can take advantage that you're gonna have a shield and they don't, so just like take point control and then just look for, you know, this person or wherever Ana is and just go for like a pull TNT and stuff like that. So that's how you'd counter it if you were like on the opposite side. But since they have no stuns, Dreamer's kind of like free to do whatever he wants, so he's playing high ground again. I don't know if he just didn't press his slam there or what. Is it definitely high enough? Yeah, I'm not sure. Little mistake there, little mistake. It might have made a difference. So we're just getting high ground again. Good little grapple. So he has mines here. They do have the nano. You can nano ball still, but nanoing Dante on like for Echo is not bad either. So you probably see the nano onto Dreamer or Dante when they do like a hard engage, because they're gonna want to go first. So we'll see if they push through choke, but they'll probably nano either of those guys. What's up, 5K? Getting a 5 head today? Yeah. We're behind a little bit on like last week's games for these two, so we'll do both of those today. It was a good halt to stop his momentum there. Alright, so I ended up nanoing Dreamer there. Let's get a little engage, keep him off high ground. So this is good high ground control by Dreamer. Just keeps knocking him off top. But now that they're all main, probably once they all go back, then you'll probably see like a hard slam onto like their Ana. So they end up using bongos. Still need to see a good engage onto like their Ana. They play slow like this, it plays into the Rain's hands, so they gotta try and like get the clean engage off first. So this is good going behind him. This is the smart play, not going main. He sees the Ana, okay. Ooh, that's a pretty good sleep. No, it takes strong point, so he just kind of has to stay point there. So honestly, on second point, they didn't really they got like one okay fight, and then they couldn't get set up for another engage. So that's not ideal. But you know, 2 minutes, as long as they can be the ones to set the engagements here, then you know they should be okay. Difference between Fuel and Outlaws in this meta. I mean, I always have to go for Outlaws, right? I think they can beat everybody. So this is good by Junior playing behind. maybe wanted to use grapple to a slam there. Not a huge, not the biggest fan of that slam into like the tank, so it would probably been better to slam the like the Ashe and Ana. Force them to maybe turn around, but hopefully we can see some mines on point. Still hasn't used his mines yet. Okay, there's mines. Little late on the mines, but okay, we'll watch Happy do some damages while Dreamer's respawning. Okay, here we go, back to the Dreamer. Oh, barely missed the slam. I still like that idea for the slam though. Nice plays behind and gets the mega packs. Okay. Oh, but they don't have enough. They can't actually contest. Yeah, even on to third, they didn't really get a single good fight. Yeah, might have been better just to swap to like a, you know, a shield tank. But like with Ball, like on the, as you saw on like the first map of like Koth, once they got their, you know, rotations onto hard engaging onto either like their BAP or their Ashe or something like that, the ones that if they set the engagement and up their tempo, then it plays into their favor, right? That's their comp. If they play slow, then it plays into Rain, and Rain's kind of been controlling this map pretty well and not letting the Outlaws get any engages off. Let's see, so same comp. So we'll see if Dreamer can get behind and then look for a slam onto like their BAP or their Ashe, because they kind of just have to go for the squishies to get value. So they're on the Orisa comp. On the monkey, okay. So I like to do like the hard dive with the Genji. I like this. So it's still gonna be like the same thing where they need to look to hard engage onto like their BAP or Ashe. So they can try and take the high ground, and that was a good coach gun by Kai there. So there's like 3 ways. I don't know about jumping main like that. It could have been better if he rotated left and then looked for a jump from this side, or you can go from like high grounds to jump, and then you kind of go at the same time as Piggy and try and look for like an engage all at the same time to go from like different directions. But that was just a good coach gun by Kai there to counter that jump. The only way to kind of stop that is like maybe if you put your bubble early to block it, but then you don't have your bubble when you land, and then you kind of just get rolled anyways. We'll see here if he can jump main, trying to get on their Mercy. He was on the BAP. He's not really getting much value on honestly against their comp. I think the Ball could be working probably a little bit better just because if they have no stuns, I think like the hard engage with the like Ball and then the survivability, they can just pump like the nanos and stuff into Happy and Dante. He's kind of getting bullied, but we'll see. I think they probably want to go far left. They can go far left mega and look for a dive, and then like the DPS can be poking main to go from like different angles. Oh, they just keep getting picked off. At least they're farming a nano off. 20% to nano. Happy once has his blades, so probably nano blade. Nano blade engage. Dante honestly probably would pick up like maybe like the Sig just to get flux. But Dreamer still wants to look for an engage onto the Ashe or the BAP. Don't know. Did he get I don't know if he got pulled or he just jumped on tanks. Yeah. Not a huge fan of that. I think like the better play for playing like the monkey stuff, you need to go like left side. Or you can try and wrap to the high ground like we were saying before and look for an engage, because you have to try and get onto these guys to jump, because if you jump the tanks then it plays into the Rain's hands, right? Orisa has Fortify, you're not gonna be able to kill her. Sig is gonna be kept up. You kind of you're forced to need to get on their backline here, because that's how you're gonna stop like the healing, because if you just focus tanks they're just gonna get the free heals. So I think that engagement probably wasn't ideal, but the better play would be to go from like left side, and then it either forces them to go off here or you can get the free engagement, or if they go here then you know your DPS are on different angles. So I think that would have been the a better engagement there. But they'll have their nano blade. Hopefully we'll see an engage onto the supports or the BAP, because Mercy's gonna fly away. We'll see if you can get an engage here. Alright, so I think they're just playing for Nano Blade. Here he goes. He's jumping under. And you can use this to get up, so I like that. So that's a solid engage. Should have done like the other couple times. I was gonna get engaging onto like the BAP. Good primal to get out of the Immort. That's big. You see when she's trying to pressure the Mercy. Still needs point control though. Going high ground to get on the back line. I like that. Is this a series? Team used Genji. So like could copy Genji. It would just destroy the Genji. Yeah, I was been using the Genji here. So at least that fight, they had a lot of ultimates, but they also did like get the way better engage. Instead of jumping tanks, they jumped to the high ground to get to the supports. So that's kind of what you have to do if you're on like a ball or the monkey comp. You can't be killing tanks. Like if you're playing Ryan versus Ryan, sure man, bully the tanks all you want, but whenever you're on like the dive DPS, you have to go for the supports to get value. So you just pull. Trying to just control high ground. I still think going like far left would be a lot better to be able to get on like their the BAP here. Nice. Okay, so there's the primal to try and killing BAP. Ends up getting bursted a lot real fast. Hey, monkey's got 1000 HP. Yeah, psych. Psych, man. I think Dreamer should be trying to set up dives to force like the back line away, because jumping up top on the Orisa I feel like is not going to be getting much value. Like if they should be trying to set up to like, if they can get right, because like they can get to like over here like pretty free. They have Orisa Diva like top right. I think that he should be setting up to go here. It's like Dreamer, Piggy, Dante, right? Them three can go jump you know, this high ground, and then pretty much they have no support, and then, you know, Happy is gonna have the Juby pocket, so he's not gonna die if, like, you know, they can just play to spam out you know, the tanks up top. But them jumping up here and just shooting tanks, they're not gonna kill these tanks at all, and then it just leaves their Ashe and their BAP to like free shoot and free heal. So I'm not a huge fan of them, and they keep jumping up here when they can just use the one of movement for cooldowns to get under Saloon, and then, you know, go to the top, and then it forces them to get out of this position. So I think that's the better play, since they're on this like dive comp. I can see they're probably trying to like escort Crimzo, maybe try and hold the high ground, but this is not really going to get them. Okay, so here we go. So now they engage onto the Ashe, but a little Piggy wasn't there to matrix his jump, so that was a little bit of maybe like a miscommunication, or a little too fast there. And they had a bunch of their ults, so they did that from the start. Probably would have been a lot better, but we'll see if they do that again. But it's still the right idea, how they need to try and get on that backline there. Because then at the same time, if they turn around, then Crimzo and all them can get up high ground, but they need to attack that far left. Yeah, so they just have all these ults now, since it took them long to attack. So there's a nano to the high ground. That was a good boop by Hawk to keep him off the high ground there. Oh, they don't even touch. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so Rain actually played really well on the playing to their strengths on the Arista comps, playing slow. I think, as we talked about before, the Outlaws didn't engage onto their backline enough, and they're kind of just shooting the engaging on the tanks. They didn't really get like any solid engages off, and then by the time they did it, elect to go for their backline, they had Outland and Rain had all their ults, so I think that's the reason why they lost that round.